Dispatch, we need to talk. Okay, most likely you clicked on this video because the title pissed you off, but I promise I can explain. Let me start off by saying that I absolutely love Dispatch, like I loved it.
Oh, I'm wet.
What? But that doesn't mean that it was perfect. I actually believe it has much to work on. There are tons of aspects of this game that I honestly thought were very good, but there's some work that needs to be done if they want to have a successful season 2, assuming that's even happening. Well, it would be mean if I just highlighted what's bad about this game, so I'm just gonna start going over what this game does really well, and then after that I'll talk my shit again. So let's get started. Oh, and can you guys please like and subscribe if you like the video? We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so your help would be greatly appreciated. Okay, back to the video. Of course, there's going to be things in this game that are just going to be elite, because obviously the game wouldn't be big if it wasn't good. But the first thing I'd like to point out is how genuine these conversations feel. Playing this game feels like I'm listening into an actual conversation. Each character feels so real and not just reading script. There's even some conversations that I felt actually impacted by, where I thought, you know what? That's actually some inspiring shit, Robert. Well, there's other times where he just says fuck all.
Yep, you got me. I love gobbling on hot sloppy donuts. Love them from my mouth to my butt.
What do you mean by that?
Like especially this conversation between Robert and Waterboy at the end of episode 4, where Robert breaks it down to Waterboy that he doesn't have a stuttering problem, he has a confidence issue, and goes on to say what's the worst people will say. Which, I mean, yeah, sounds like such a mom thing to say, but at the end of the day, generally what is the worst thing someone can say, and boom, if they're already saying it, why worry about it? Fuck what everybody gotta say.
Fuck me.
Okay, anyways, I just really like that scene. Another thing I really like about this game is its art and how it's shown. The game is so colorful, the colors are so like diverse from each other. Some games have like certain color palettes, and that doesn't make it a bad game obviously. But games like this where it just feels like such a colorful and immersive world, I think that's what first popped out to me when seeing this trailer. The game just looks beautiful. The choreography and the fights too, just chef's kiss. It feels like a damn anime at times. Well, it basically was. Dude shot a fucking spirit bomb like he was Goku. But I didn't choose that option, sadly. Yeah, what am I doing? Anyways, yes, the art, the style, the city shots, everything about the looks of this game is just them outdoing themselves. Okay, one last thing that I think is just so important to why this game is so good is honestly something I think goes unnoticed, which is the music. Sound in any game obviously means so much, and most times it goes so unnoticed how much the sound impacts the game. And without some sound effects, it would just feel bland. Dispatch is a well-created game with clearly tons of passionate creators behind this, considering even Telltale developers played a big part in this. But that doesn't mean we don't give our flowers to Ad Hoc for creating something this good. The music choice in this game is just beautiful. It fits the ambiance so well. Obviously, you know I'm gonna mention the house party scene and that song Radio that plays during that scene. I was dancing in my chair. It just felt like such a vibe, a perfect choice.
Hey, Phenomenal Man, watch out.
And then literally having an artist play the role as Prism, which wow, it just worked so well. Her songs just fit the scene so perfectly. And then at the end of episode 2 when Pound Cake played, bro, Ad Hoc perfectly executed the sound of this game and honestly made a very big impact on Dispatch. The last thing I'd say is that it may be an unpopular opinion, but I really enjoyed the actual Dispatch sections. I thought of it as a good alternative for those awkward point-and-click walk sections in other Telltale games like The Walking Dead and Wolfing Among Us. I thought it was actually a cool idea, and if the player actually cared, it was a great way to get the player more involved with each character. Now you're probably wondering why I'm hyping this game up so much when the title of the video is literally why Dispatch works and where it falls short. And yeah, you're right. Let me stop dick riding and get to what this video is really about. What went wrong with Dispatch? Yeah, Dispatch was a good game, and yeah, it executed some things very poorly. And the most obvious thing is the decisions. Dispatch's decision system felt good as you're playing it, especially when you're choosing if you want to see Blazer or Invisigal.
Don't tell me Blazers, but text me saying, yo,
But when you really lock in for a second and deep it, almost all of your decisions in the game mean nothing towards the story. The story is honestly really good, but that's because they pretty much decided for you. I mean, some big things are impacted, like if Invisigal kills Shroud or saves you from Shroud, but realistically it all ends up the same. So it's like, what do your choices really mean other than just a stat at the end of the game? And yes, the reason for it is probably because if they want to do a second season for this, they'll need to have a canon plot where no matter what happened in the first game, your choices will align with the second game. Which, I mean, if they took like the Detroit Become Human route where every choice actually really mattered, it would make such a bigger excitement for a second game, because it would be your own individual version of the game. Also, I feel like the decisions that do determine different scenes and ways to play the game, they aren't very game changing. A very nerdy example of a good way to make a decision matter is in Season 3 of The Walking Dead. When you can either choose to shoot Conrad or use Clem as a bargaining piece, that decision could possibly create like a huge controversy much farther into the game that ruins relationships. Well, although it doesn't really matter because Tripp still puts his life on the line for you, which like, yeah, maybe it's doing the same thing as Dispatch. Okay, anyways, let me not get sidetracked. Another aspect I disliked, believe it or not, is the dispatch sections. Yes, I know I said I liked it like a minute ago, and I still stand on that. But how long they are can be pretty immersion killing sometimes. Like, yes, I enjoyed the last dispatch mission when everything was popping off, but it also took a whopping 45 minutes. For people that didn't enjoy the dispatch missions as much as me, it must have been so boring. So hopefully if they make a second game, they cut down how long they take. Another point is how rare it was to get a QuickTime event. They only really used the QuickTime events for about like 3 scenes, and other than that, it was just unused, which I felt like was a big disappointment. There's so many scenes that could have used it and made the game feel more immersive. It was so bad that at one point, I was wondering if my game is just glitched and I wasn't seeing the QuickTime events. Also, it's such a dumb thing that I shouldn't have to point out, but it pisses me off how much the plot can just fuck you no matter what. What I mean is one specific scene when you're literally beating everyone's asses and it basically won the fight, and then Shroud reveals he has beef and literally the whole Z team just gets surrounded by the villains they literally just beat, and I'm like, no way the plot is just gonna put you in a bad position so unrealistically. It's just such a bad way to create a story. Anyways, I believe that Dispatch was a great game, and especially one of, if not the best indie game of the year, and also one of the best decision-based games we've had in a while. I'm really excited to see where Ad Hoc takes this franchise, and I hope that if we get a season 2, they make those damn dispatch sections shorter or make the story sections longer. And now that it's all done, all I have to look forward to next year is Deltarune Chapter 5 and frickin' Tomodachi Life. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe. If you want to see more of me talking like I know how to make a game, as if I don't just game and gooing all day, my next video will probably be New Year's resolutions, and I'm already knowing it's gonna be rough. So I'll see y'all in 2026.